How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to another great episode here on, yes, you guessed it, it is How's it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to another great episode here on The Savior Show. That's right. Welcome to family-friendly, progressive, and drug-free Savior Show, where we talk about relative topics and we're not on drugs, so it's all okay. Welcome back, and grab a seat, grab a drink, and take a load off, because today we're gonna be talking about a really trendy topic, and that is Rick and Morty season 4. Ooh, yeah. Let's get it, boys. Okay, so Rick and Morty. Okay, let me just first talk a little bit about Rick and Morty. Now, I love Rick and Morty because I'm a big-headed. My IQ is just off the scale. You can't even measure how big my IQ is because I've just watched so many Rick and Morty episodes on repeat that my IQ has just become next level Einstein, you know, the big brain kind of IQ that you can't even get by watching PewDiePie videos. You just can only achieve this level of intelligence by watching Rick and Morty, okay? So that's how much I love Rick and Morty, okay? It's a great show. Now, I remember when I first ever saw Rick and Morty, okay? My brother showed it to me, and I was like, I'm not sure about this because I only saw one episode, and then after that I was just absolutely hooked. It was amazing, and I like the fact that there wasn't a huge quantity of it like there is with South Park, Futurama, Family Guy, you know, the adult cartoons. I could go on forever. You know, most of the adult cartoon genre kind of feels played out, kind of feels very similar. Obviously, South Park and Family Guy have their own different mixtures, and I'm much more on the South Park kind of fence, because Family Guy, I feel, is just kind of random jokes without any kind of context, and context matters, guys, especially when it comes to comedy, okay? So South Park, in my opinion, is much better. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but in the adult cartoon genre, I guess you could say, even though, like, tons of kids watch Rick and Morty as well, and South Park and Family Guy and Futurama and all this stuff, you know, it's for all ages is what I'm saying. It's for people, it's for the boomers, and it's for the millennials, or whatever the hell you guys are. I don't even know, okay? But anyway, Rick and Morty is a fantastic show. I don't deny it. 100% would bang 1,000 times. I would let Morty come right into my eye, and it's just amazing. But there's a little bit of a problem, okay? And that's what I want to talk to you today. And also, guys, make sure you like this video. You have to go down to the button and actually smash the like button. Otherwise, I will commit mass genocide on my own people, and that won't be good for anyone, guys, because that's why you need to like the video, is so I stay in good form and in good health, because us YouTubers, we survive off your love. If you don't give us love and attention, we will shrivel up and die. So make sure you go and smash that like button. And also, the big important takeaway of this video is that you subscribe. You have to subscribe for the Savior. You have to subscribe for original music. You have to subscribe for this amazing content that I am bringing you today. So get comfy, grab your little twing twangs, and let's talk about Rick and Morty season 4. Okay, so like I said, I love Rick and Morty, okay? It's a fantastic show. What's not to love? It's cynical, it's nihilistic, it gets this generation very well. It's got like a improv comedy, which is something that not a lot of like shows have done before. Sometimes it feels a little bit played out with the improv kind of commentary, kind of comedy it does sometimes, but most of the time it works really well. And in fact, out of the 3 seasons that have come before this new season, I would say there's only been a very minute dud episodes, okay? And for me, personally, this was like the Pickle Rick and maybe that one where there was like lots of time jumps when you could see like Rick and Morty go through different like time parallel universes, but it's like it's shot in like 4 squares and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That was an okay episode, but anyway, there's only been like one dud episode in my opinion. All the others have been amazing, because the thing about Rick and Morty that makes it so good is it's relatable. It deals with like real issues. Not, well, when I say real issues, I don't mean like real issues. I mean like in the fact that how people feel and how people think. You know, it's very relatable when it comes to like people's emotions, and the character development is solid. It builds the characters up and they change over time, which is, you know, fantastic. So there's so many good things about Rick and Morty, and just the wacky nature of it, the zany characters, the Where's Waldo kind of nature of it all. You know, you don't know what to expect. It's like taking LSD, and that's what I love about it. But the new season, Rick and Morty 4. Rick and Morty 4. That sounds better than Rick and Morty Season 4. Anyway, I've watched the first 3 episodes, of course. And I'm not like some little hipster douchebag vegan who is just gonna hate on Rick and Morty now that it's super popular and super trendy. I like the fact that it's gained recognition, because it deserves, you know, popularity. It deserves the attention. But I feel like Rick and Morty Season 4 has kind of slipped a little bit. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, maybe in the title I'll say it's shit, but that's not really what I'm saying, okay? I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's as good as the previous seasons, and that's a real shame, because they plan to do a lot more seasons. So if it's going to dip down in quality as more content gets produced, just like my channel, you know, that's not a good thing, because the fact that it was like, you know, only a few episodes, but they were all of high quality, is what made Rick and Morty so good. And you can kind of understand why they took so long to produce it, and I was less mad that they took so long, because it's kind of crazy and it's unfair that they take so long to make this show, because South Park, you know, can produce like a whole, you know, season within like a week, because it stays up to date and it has to be like relative to what's actually happening in our reality. Rick and Morty doesn't really have to do that, but it still has to kind of be on the same kind of trendy wave. But the fact that the new season, I feel, has kind of dipped in quality is not a good thing, and I can explain to you why I think it has dipped a little. Hopefully they'll pick it back up, but I just feel like the main big issues, maybe it's like changing in writing, changing in staff, and like I said, it's not bad, but it's not good. It's not like the classic Rick and Morty episodes, because here's my main issue. Okay, Rick. Okay, we all know that he's a super scientific genius, you know, he's the master of all realities, and he's one of the most smartest, you know, people in all the multiverse, okay? But the thing is, you take away all risk, you take away all kind of element of danger if you make him absolutely invincible, like a god, like a semi-god. And I feel like they've gone way over the top with Rick's powers. Like, you know, he's pretty much like just not killable at this point. Like, you know, you see in these new episodes where he's just kind of, it doesn't have context. That's the problem. It doesn't have context to why he can do all these crazy things. Like, the first couple of seasons had it so well built that you could see that he was really smart and really powerful, but it did it in a clever way. But now you just see like kind of jump cuts to him like flying through the air, becoming a magic cyborg and all this kind of bullshit. I feel that really takes away the kind of I mean, Rick and Morty isn't exactly a fine wine. It shouldn't have to be like super in depth to why things happen. I just feel like it's missing the context that made it so good to begin with. And I just feel like the storytelling has kind of dipped a little bit. Like it's kind of going a bit juvenile, and maybe that's just catering to now its bigger audience, but it's not doing like as interesting episodes. The only good episode I feel in this season 4 has been the one where Rick is like super private about his bathroom and his toilet, but it's much deeper than that, because that's what's good about Rick and Morty, is because yes, it's like surface level kind of juvenile humor, but underneath it there's like a deeper level of meaning. I know that sounds like kind of like, okay boomer, like settle down, like Rick and Morty isn't that deep, but like that's what makes it so good, is that, you know, like the episode where Rick is in a relationship with that kind of semi-god, where she just takes over planets and takes over people's minds and consciousness. You know, that's interesting because you see the emotional impact it has on Rick, and, you know, what kind of relationship he needs to be fulfilled, and it has to be some kind of super powerful god creature, you know, and stuff like that. Or when he's dealing with, you know, his feelings for Morty, his feelings with his family and all that kind of stuff, his friends and all that kind of things. That's what makes it interesting, is the deeper levels it has on top of the surface level plot. But I feel like the first few episodes in this season have just kind of been surface level plot and no kind of deeper meaning. And that's why I say the only good episode in this season has been the one where he's dealing with his private bathroom, because it's his whole relationship with how he's so lonely and he can't actually make any friends, because in his eyes, the universe is infinite, and it's all kind of, that takes away the point of existence, I guess, even though that's kind of a stupid way of looking at it. But because he can travel through infinite space, obviously that makes him, you know, less humane, less human, so it's very hard for him to connect. So that was an interesting episode, I feel, but the others have just kind of felt like I can't even remember. That's the problem. I remember all the episodes because they're actually memorable, but the other 2 or 3 episodes there's been, I can't remember, I think there's been 3 now, I don't actually remember what it was about, because the storytelling just felt like really lackluster. The character development didn't feel like it's going anywhere, and the jokes just felt kind of flat. I don't know if I'm just going crazy, because I don't want to hate Rick and Morty. I like Rick and Morty. I just really hope they pick it back up and set it to the right path that it was on, with all the different combinations that went into Rick and Morty. It just felt like the first few episodes of this season have kind of been, I don't know, just diluted, if that makes any sense. Anyway, guys, that has been my opinion on Rick and Morty Season 4. I am enjoying it, but I'm really not enjoying it as much as I hoped, and I really hope they pick it back up. Maybe it's just because changing, you know, the writing, changing staff, catering to a much bigger audience now, they feel like they have to kind of dilute it and kind of make it accessible for everyone. But that isn't what Rick and Morty should be, and I really hope that they fix it, because like I said, the first few episodes of this season have just been kind of dud, in my opinion, because I watch Rick and Morty for the high level IQ and the deep storytelling, the different layers that go into it. So I really hope that they bring that back, and it'll be interesting to see if I'm the only one who thinks this, or if there's other people out there, my sinners like you guys, who watch Rick and Morty and might feel the same. I'm entitled to my opinion. Don't, shit my balls off. And, yeah, okay. I'll see you guys in the coming up videos, and music is coming again, I guess. Gotta keep pushing out that music, I guess. And, yeah, make sure not to take drugs, and make sure to subscribe to this channel before I blow my little tootsies away. And I'll be catching ya in the next video.